We're the American Devils, and we are previewing Manchester United's next match in the Europa League. It's the big one, the game of games for this season. Is it going to turn it around? Are we going to have something to play for in May? Or does the season end mid-April and we can just, continue this misery extension? But we'll find out on Thursday. Big game against Lyon. They're coming to Manchester 2-2, all tied up. United made a meal of it last week with their goalie. 2 errors that led to goals. We weren't that great to begin with. Pretty even match, all things considered. But this is a dangerous Lyon side. This is a poor United side. We're looking for something. And this is exactly what we need, right? You get into the semifinals, everything's possible. You're 3 games away from silverware, big silverware, $125 million silverware. But at the same time, we saw the group of bluffers that showed up on Sunday against Newcastle. We know what this team's about. We've been watching this for 11 years. Sir, the Muppet and me thinks we're going to do it. The Muppet and me seeing the odds. The odd makers think we're going to do it. But I know this group of bluffers make me feel better. What's going to happen on Thursday, sir? Are we going on? We going on to play Bilbao, or are we crashing out?
Sir, we're gambling. Like I said, nobody could bet their house on this game, maybe $50. But United, it's going to be nervy. It's going to be the electric chair. Our season's on the line. I'm like so emotionally fatigued from this year, but I'm still going to be full Muppet. Like if we lose, I'll be devastated. That is it.
Devastated.
I would hate to see it because we're starting to hear that Amram out drum getting beat this week. I mean, the Newcastle 4-1, if you look at his record, it is atrocious. I think the amount of EPL games we've won it's scary. Like making Eric Ten Hag look good, obviously system, don't have the players, injuries, bluffers, etc. But those numbies don't lie, and people are going to be just calling in and hitting that drum, sir. And Ineos, at the end of the day, if they're going to spend any money in the summer to reconfigure this team that needs to be playing 3 at the back, that's a nervy call. That's a real nervy call. They just backed Eric Ten Hag. It blew up in their face. They bring in Amram, and then they have to back him, change the system. So this game has a lot on it. If we lose this game in embarrassing fashion, that is going to be the narrative. And Ineos is going to be more nervous about backing him. If we go and we take down Europa League, we're all in. We're doing the Amram system 100% guaranteed. That's what I want. But if we lose this big game and it falls apart and the dressing room looks down, Sir Jim, he's kind of, that trigger finger is itchy. I'm not going to say it, but it's not out of the realm of possibility if this goes horrible that Jim could be thinking about that.
Hey, Jim fired Dan Ashworth in months. It took longer for us to procure him from Newcastle than he actually stayed in the job as director of football at Manchester United. I paint a vision of 2 futures in the near term for Manchester United fans. There's one where we're feeling good, a lot of things to be excited for. Forget the league form. We've got a semifinal to contend with. We've got players who want to stick around, be a part of this team next season and beyond. Really exciting things in April, even if we don't make it to that final. Something to look forward to. The alternative is hell. Like you said, the drumbeat is already starting. 5 months in, inherited a team in 13th place. They're in 14th place. The drumbeat is starting to drum. You nailed it. And that will only get louder. They're picking on individual players. They're picking on a system. They're picking on him. And it's only going to go up if we crash out of here. Even if we have a good performance, get fucked by VAR, deserve to win, we will get destroyed. All of the momentum, all of the hope, little hope that exists it'll be a ruinous cavern of hell. I'm telling you, this will be toxic as shit. You think online is bad at the moment. If we crash out, I think United fans are going to lose their minds. So we got to win. Big game on Thursday, sir. Is that what you should tell the lads before they get pumped up for it? It's like, you want to be in hell or you want to be back in purgatory? Because we're in hell if we lose this game.
No, this is a critical juncture in the future of Manchester United. There's so much riding on this game. Ruben Amram, you can't even question the resume, right? But to come into United the way he did, to be as hard as he was, to only play one way, even though it's not working, and we are not getting better. Look at Victor Lindelof defending against Newcastle United. Look at Andre Onana playing out the back. Who is getting better? Who is improving? Is this team clicking? I do not see it. It looks like, to me, there's a culture war in the dressing room. the manager sometimes looks like he's given us the kind of can't wait till the end of the year to just retool it all. Like, I feel like he's kind of just dealing with it now. It's kind of, if we can't pull something together and we can't pull this result out, I really fear for him. I really fear for just the state of the club, because Gareth Southgate doesn't have a job and he could be right around the corner, and that could almost be worse for Manchester United fans. We need to win. We need to take it all down. I just feel like we haven't seen anything out of this team. We really haven't seen like a string together like 5 or 6 good games. We haven't seen the 3 at the back clicking. We haven't seen us like scoring goals. It's just, this has been meandering sideways, and it all comes down to Lyon. And oh, by the way, like the whole Lyon game was thrown away by our goalkeeper. So it's like conceding a last minute goal to Lyon. We're how are you going to win stuff when you're playing this way? So I'm just so nervous for this game, and I'm mentally preparing for to get like the death blow. I'm mentally preparing for the death blow, and it sucks. I really don't want it to happen. We're fighting for our lives in Europe. It's just like too much on the line. So just like a little nervy over here.
Well, you know, it is nervy, but at the end of the day, it's like he came into a mess of a situation. We found ourselves in Europe because of the FA Cup that, you know, saved Erik ten Hag and probably shouldn't have saved Erik ten Hag. And he came in, he was the manager again. We brought in Ruben Amorim in November after a disastrous start to this season under ten Hag. And we had that lifeline. And, you know, somehow we were actually doing okay in Europa League, even with Ten Hag this season. But somehow we're still going in the Europa League.
Undefeated in Europe.
It's unbelievable. Even with the fallings, even with 2 own goals effectively from Andre Onana last game, it's unbelievable we're still in it. So
Onana
the problem is like the bar is not you have to win Europa League on his first season as Manchester United coach, but the ability for this run of games, even just getting to the semifinals and giving us some hope for a couple more weeks.
Sir, if you're going to be that
it
bad,
will add. But no one's like, hey, you got to win the Europa League. But it does change everything in terms of his outlook, because if they fire him, by the way, no young up and coming coach is ever going to want to be United coach for a long time. It makes Ineos look like a bunch of Cracker Jacks.
It's not about that. It's about
that's important.
The question at hand is, do they rebuild the team around his style, which they probably don't have the money to do, or do they cut bait and run? Which, Jim, I do not agree with that. Ruben Amorim, to me, should get 2 more seasons. We should rebuild the team in his image. Otherwise, you should never have hired him. So, like, my main point is Ineos probably fucked up hiring him when we didn't have the money to rebuild the team, for what he needs.
Yeah, but that's past. We're past that.
No, I understand. But that was the ultimate error at hand. But we're going to go for this game, sir. This is it. This is the season. There's only so many games to play for, and we got a quick PSA before we drop into the match preview. And honest, sir, it's the electric chair already here on the American Red Devils. If you like the Muppet Take, please check out our YouTube channel. You can search American Red Devils on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Are we freaking out? Is this the game of our lives? Is Amorim's job and future on the line, sir? You could also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/American Red Devils. We do a behind-the-scenes episode every single month. Over 100 patrons. Please support us. Go the extra mile. Also, support the pod. Grab some merch, hats, scarves, shirts, stickers, you name it. We got it all. Support the greatest team in the world. Check out our website, americanreddevils.com. We also got podcast reviews on iTunes and Spotify, so tell them about it.
They go a long way. Write 5-star reviews on iTunes or Spotify, and if you do so, we'll give away free merch. All you have to do is send a screenshot of that review on iTunes or Spotify to americanreddevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. Keep those 5-star reviews coming. Let's get into it, sir. Big game on Thursday. Under the lights at Old Trafford. Jesus. Come on, baby Jesus.
No, we're flipping.
Come on, baby.
We're flipping.
I'm praying. I'm not a praying man, but I'll be praying for this game.
We're flipping coins here. That's right. Thursday, April 17th, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It is Manchester United Lyon. First leg was 2-2. We're playing on aggregate. You add the scores up. Remember, away goals do not count. We do not get credit for those 2. If we end up tying Lyon per the rules, we will be going to extra time and then penalties, sir.
What do you think of that change, by the way?
I really like the away goals rule. I thought it was one of the coolest rules. And it creates less extra time and penalties, which aren't that great to watch anyway. So I don't necessarily love it, but we're going to be playing at home in front of the 70,000 faithful at Old Trafford. Is that a benefit? Really hasn't been this season, but I hope it's a big European night. Let's hope the Stretford End is going to be up for it. and it is a rising star. Give us our weather.
Weather, it's going to be decent enough. Low 50s, chance of rain. Where are we eating? We're getting some Italian food. Safe bet. Safe bet is to stick away from the native food and go international. We're going to Vincenzo's. Get yourself a red sauce, some pasta. Keep it simple.
Some like Tommy DeVito. Hey, we got some pasta. This is like what I would order, sir, if I went there.
That's
Just
why
like
I picked
keep
it
it
for
like
you.
green slopes,
Safe.
baby. Like green slopes
Safe.
in Manchester. That's a great pick. Checking in with the bracket, like I mentioned earlier, it's 2-2 Manchester United Lyon. If we get past Lyon, all the smack talk with Modric and co, we could play the winner of Athletic Bilbao and Rangers. First game 0-0. I think that's benefit us. If Rangers could do the upset, we obviously already played them in Europa League. That could be an amazing semifinal. Or like,
don't go there yet.
Somehow, if United could just Lyon looks to me like one of the better teams in the competition.
Bilbao is quite a good team. I'd be shocked if they get booted by Rangers.
0-0. I mean,
yeah, but they were away. Gives me a little confidence. They were away. They're going to play at home now. I could see them smoking them. But no, either way, I mean, Rangers are a tough team to break down. They were tough for us. You know, United's not saying much. But everyone in this competition at this point is a team that's beatable for United.
I think Lyon is almost like...
Dude, they have so much firepower. You know, they're a
I
dangerous
think
team.
Lyon's like probably the best team through to the final. You know, it's Bilbao.
Frankfurt's pretty good, too.
But... and you look at Tottenham, Frankfurt, Lazio, Bodo Glimt. I mean, come on.
Bodo Glimt, baby. Here you go. Bodo. That's who I want in the final, I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah, Bodo Glimt final.
I just want to get to the final. I want to get to the semifinal. You know, even looking at the bracket. It's a great time. Like I said, April 30th, May 1st, first leg. Think about how much joy this win would bring us. We don't have to make it to the final.
By the way.
Just like the continuation of these games means that like the death blow doesn't happen Thursday.
No. So
Thursday,
that's
2 p.m.
like,
Pacific.
It's like you're trying to delay the guillotine.
Exactly.
You're trying like 14th and out of Europa in the quarters rough. Semifinals, like you lose a heartbreaking semi. You could
You're early May. You're already into early May.
Quarterfinals, you got 5 weeks. People talking shit about your job, bro. Like you got 5 weeks, and so like let's just hope that doesn't happen. And there's too much on the line. There's too honestly, as a United fan, this is the crux of the biscuit. We're either gonna capitulate to Lyon or we're like gonna win the whole thing, sir, in Bilbao.
No, this is it. I mean, this is a huge test for United. Dangerous team, but a team that I hate to say it, goofy, doofus, Andre Onana, what the fuck are you thinking? Don't put a target on your back. But when we play up to our ability, we are a better team than Lyon. We should be able to take it to them, even with the injuries we have.
But we can't play up to our ability.
I'm not saying we can't, but I'm. Yeah, no shit. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in fucking 13th.
We
wouldn't be in 13th place, or we're not even in 13th. We're in 14th place. But this team is not consistent. They blow over. They fall over in like a stiff breeze. Our goalie is a mess, and I'm more nervous because this team lacks the mental fortitude that you need to kind of battle through that and know that you're a better side, and you're not going to let some team from France come in and push you around. But we're
tell us about
side.
this team from France.
So we took a different look at it. We're not looking at the signings they made last summer. We're talking about the top-rated talent in their squad today. So Ryan Cherki, we saw him. He was all over the pitch, looking very attacking. Almada, he played well against United, attacking midfielder. Fofana was injured. That was actually a big help for United. He was a great signing. I think Lacazette is a player to keep an eye on.
Why don't we sign Lacazette? Like he looked better than any striker. 33. He looked better than any striker that we had on our team.
We don't have any strikers.
8 million euros? Are you kidding me? You know how many Hoylands that is? That's 10. Like it's like he looked like he was dangerous. Like what? This is like
he is dangerous. He scored more goals than
we should get him. We should get him on United. Like we need 3 or 4 strikers. Like we can't afford anybody. Like Lacazette, sign him up. Like he didn't look too bad coming on for Lyon. Obviously their form. They won at the weekend under Auxerre 3-1. Obviously the French league. It's known as the Farmers League. They're not really stressed. They probably got to rest, get a win. We have a horrible, devastating defeat. Like pundits killing this team. Manager's getting his job questioned. Onana's being benched for Bayindir, who then gives the ball away late in the game. So much drama swirling. Apparently there was like infighting in the dressing room after the Lyon game.
That I love. That's great news.
Like roasting Onana. Then Onana gets the bench, doesn't make the trip. Is he going to come in? If he comes in, why would you make that call? Bayindir, if he's there. There's so much off the field with United that like it's just baggage. Lyon's coming in like feeling great about the late winner. They're making fun of Onana, who was already in the headlines. Like United's got a shitstorm. Apparently, Amram brought him in today, yelled at him like a rumor online that coming in this morning, Ruben Amram canceled like a meet and greet with kids. Said, "Hey, can't do it. First team's in," and just yelled at them all and said, "If you don't step up, you're out."
This photo's
That's
posted. I saw the meet and greet. I saw that he was with Garnacho.
You don't know when those are, but like it sounds to me things are not going great at Manchester United.
It doesn't look like it on the pitch.
It's going
it doesn't
great.
look like on the pitch.
So things are going great for Lyon, and so a team coming in light, they're not feeling the pressure right now. It's heavy pressure on Manchester United. We know how this team acts when there's pressure, sir. One to watch. You picked Lacazette.
Dangerous player. I mean, he was dangerous in the second. He came on as a sub in the second half against us during the home feature in leg 1 in Lyon, and I think he could have had at least 2 goals. He should have definitely had 1 goal. That early chance, like the 50th minute, Susie came on. I think his first touch of the ball, and he absolutely skied it. But he's a dangerous player. He's a dangerous striker, and I think he's my odd man to score because I think he'll start against us. This is the 11 that they played against Auxerre on the weekend, sir. Almada was playing a 10. Cherki was out wide. Tolisso, Matic, holding. They're a solid team. They're very fast. They're very direct. They're going to come at us. We saw it. We saw the game last week. They created a bunch of opportunities out of nothing. And if you don't control the game, they can get behind you and they can punish you. And this side, especially, I don't know, man. This side, fucking hell. What are the odds? You think it's bad now? What do you see the odds, sir?
Okay, by the way,
you won't believe the odds.
If Ruben Amram puts Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield, you're done.
He won't.
You're done.
He won't.
You're done.
He
won't. By the way, I knew that when they played Lyon the first time. You cannot we've been watching this team.
Call your 11.
I'm just saying we watched this team for 20 years. It's a big European tie away. You cannot play these two in the middle of the park. You can't. You got to put Bruno in there. It's crazy. I know it is. We've looked the best all year. After international break, for some reason, when the Madrid rumors, then Bruno went up top. It was like, hey, you can play up top. We're not going to sell you to Madrid. Ever since then, we haven't looked as good as we did going into the break. That switch has to be made. It has to be made. You got to put Mason Mount in for Bruno Fernandes up front. You can switch in the second half. Or you bring Kobe Mainoo in, then push Bruno up. But right now, that Casemiro Ugarte, it ain't working, and we can't play out the press. And you got to put in our best player right in the middle of the park because that's the way it's got to go. Sometimes Wayne Rooney has to play in midfield because you don't have any other dogs, and you got to count on him. You got to count on your best player exactly where you have your highest vulnerability.
And that's what you do because you stick with the same back five. Actually, Onana's in net. He's getting the start. Bayindir blew it. So he's playing. Dogu, Yoro, Maguire, Maz, Delo. That's it. It's the way it's going to be. You drop Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno in the holding 2 midfielders. Mason Mount. You start Mason Mount.
I think
Mason Mount.
Casemiro's out.
Casemiro starts. Casemiro starts because he can play the ball over the top. I think
Ugarte's better than that. It's Bruno Ugarte.
But the midfield two you liked was him playing with Casemiro, sir.
No, it was him and Ugarte.
No, it wasn't. The Arsenal game was him and okay. You picked the 11. Pick your 11, sir.
Which Arsenal game?
The one we were at.
No. The one we were at. But before that, like I'm saying, before international break, Bruno and Ugarte, that's the midfield for me. And then, you're right. Let's get into the keeper situation. Keeper controversy.
Onana. Go ahead. Onana.
It should be Bayindir.
Yeah.
It should be Bayindir, right? He looked better. He made a big save.
He did.
Looked brave. He's not going to fucking chip the ball like that. If push came to shove in this game, you got to go Bayindir. We got to sell Onana. Onana's out.
He looked more even with the error. He looked more confident throughout that. Even though we got bad, he looked more confident on the ball. He looked more confident claiming the ball. He looked more confident controlling his box.
So, who's going to start? Onana's going to start.
Yeah, exactly.
Onana will start, and I do not think that is the right move. I think he has shown you exactly who he is, and I don't think you need to play him. I think Bayindir is a risk, but I just say he has to be better than Onana. And then you said back line for me, Casemiro has to sit. It's going to be Ugarte, Bruno, and then it's got to be Mason Mount coming in, and Højlund, Garnacho. That's the 11. I don't think he'll do it. I think it's going to be Casemiro, Ugarte. It's going to be this exact same team. And it's just kind of a lazy view of it. And I don't get why Amarim doesn't see that the middle of the park, like we're getting torched by these teams. We're getting played through with Lyon just coming at us all over the place. It's crazy. And it's like you can't put Bruno in there.
Well, let's see what he picks, because the team we started in the first half is much different than the team we finished with in the second half, and Mount was very much
Manu as well,
ticking along. Even before Manu was great, but like just Mason Mount with Bruno playing deeper, those two play so well together. You also get the energy level of Mason Mount. You forget how much he brings from a pressing perspective. You'll miss Joshua because he's a good presser as well. But you have to start Mason Mount because you need his energy. My concern is he's going to get hurt.
It doesn't
hurt
matter.
him at start. It does matter, but yeah, it doesn't. I guess this game or bust, bro. That's it.
What do we got for the bookies?
Fucking odds. These odds are why you should worry. These odds are why I worry as a United fan. -150. Now this is after 90 minutes plus stoppage time, so three-way tie. -150 for United, +290 for the draw, +380 for Lyon. So that means, I guess the draw means we go to penalties.
But at the end of the day, like, we're heavy favorites at home for the bookies.
Heavy favorites. I mean, this is way more heavy than I would expect. If you go to the top, sir, they have the straight line, -310, +240. That's fucking crazy because I don't think we're that big of favorites.
No.
You watch the game? I mean,
this is, to me, like, I just set the narrative. Lyon's coming in light. There's no pressure. There's never been a better time to come to Old Trafford. They're going to come in with confidence. Got to rotate midweek at the weekend, and they won easy. United just heavy blow. Bruno on the bench. Crisis meetings from Ruben Amorim. Goalkeeping crisis at Manchester United. And it's like, this is a coin flip. Let's be honest. We saw the Lyon could have put away how many more goals? Lacazette had like sitters. They had sitters and they missed them. Onana's given away goals. He's surely going to start. This is a coin flip at best. You're getting 4-1 Lyon to win. Like,
let's get into the business, bro. It's prediction time, baby. Prediction time. Let's go.
You got to bet Lyon.
Why don't you catch folks up? Where are we at, sir?
All right, we had some big. We had a big movement in the score prediction game we've been playing all season. Alex with a 10-point winner predicted Newcastle 4-1. I had 3-1. So it's really buy and deer that's costing me the steak dinner because he gave away that fourth goal. That's like a 20-point swing. I had 3-1. I was right. I was hanging on. Crazy.
I was going to pick. The funny thing is, I was going to pick 3-1. I could have. You would have just said 3-1 in a winning position. Hedge your vote. I was like, I can't do the same one because I'm catching up. I need to have a different score. I pushed the 4-1 was a safe one. Extra goal for Newcastle, but buy and deer, I appreciate it. I'll buy you a kebab or whatever they like to eat in Turkey. But hey, is he going to start? That's the big question.
Alex is up. Score prediction time. What do we got?
2-1. Manchester United get through. Probably an extra time, but let's just call it 2-1. Yeah, Muppet's got a Muppet. There you go. What do you got, sir?
Yeah, I think this one kind of has, for me, it has penalties on it. And because we add, penalties actually add to the score, I think it's going to be like United 6-5 on penalties is kind of what I'm going to say. Okay. So I'm going to go sort of like a penalty score.
Okay.
I think United will win it, but it's going to be over extra
1-1. It's going to be like a 1-1 goes to penalty. It feels like there's going to be 1-1 in our future
like
at some
5-4
point. I
penalties,
really
1-1,
I see it.
By the way,
early goal, like early Lacazette banger, 9th minute, like sloppy goal.
Or we're going to just, it's going to be a 3-1 Lyon. But that's it for the score prediction game. It's nervy. We're nervous. You're nervous.
I'm nervous.
Season on the line. You
think it's been tough?
It's come down to this season. Started in August. Sorry.
Walk us through the highlights. What happened? Anything good happened in August? Community Shield. We play the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Almost won it.
Yeah, lost it. Fired our manager, hired another manager.
Fired a DOF.
Unclear, no new manager bounce.
Never seen that before.
Like
Ratcliffe, did he get a bounce? Not Ratcliffe.
Ashworth fired.
What's that German guy's name? Rangnick. Did Rangnick get he got like a half a game bounce? I feel like he got like maybe a game bounce.
Oh, by the way, we're broke. Like the whole thing. So we're really good. We're really getting into it here. at the American Red Devils podcast. It's been quite a season. Summer just around the corner. Please don't.
It's tomorrow's tax day. It's not just around the corner.
It's just around
That's
the
what
corner.
I told you.
Like
We have
May.
2 futures ahead of us.
It's
One
April. It's April. May end of season. Like, come on. It's like we're getting,
June
we're getting
21st.
there. We're getting there.
So we got the postseason tour. We're going to Kuala. You and me are going. We're going to Kuala Lumpur so we can see Harry and Moss in the freckled flesh. A lot to look forward to this summer, sir.
That's the podcast. You like the American Devils? We are for fans, by fans. Please check out our website, americandevils.com, our store, americandevils.store. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/americandevils. Also, like, subscribe, comment below. Only 30% of people who actually watch our content subscribe. It's free. It helps the channel. You like it. That helps as well. Comment. Let us know what you think the score will be, or who do you think will win the score prediction game for the season. Sir, give us our top 10 downloads last 7 days.
Number 1, how you doing? Los Angeles, California, Dublin, Ireland, Chicago, Illinois, San Diego, California, Oslo, Norway, Brooklyn, New York, New York, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, and last but not least, Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate all the American Red Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. Let's go. I choose hope. EM. Come on, boys. Come on. Do us proud. Let's get a win. Let's march on to the semifinals, and let's have something to play for come May.